Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So here we are. They did actually drop, this is a bit later, the details not too long after the producer's, sort of letter video last night. I was actually not available to look at it at that time, though. I'm just looking at everything for the first time. I want them to be good. I don't know if they do, but as far as I know so far, I mean, we'll see, because I think they only showed like one active, unless I just missed the other one, in what they showed in the sort of producers video. But I feel like Kefla would be the selling point of the card if it were a Kefla, similarly to how Vegito and Gogeta were the selling points of those cards. So if I had to guess, it's just Caulifa and Kale? Just a tag? Sort of like Goku and Frieza? Like, I guess? I don't, it seems kind of weird. I don't, I guess we're gonna get a standalone Kefla at some point, but I feel like, I mean, I never would have thought they'd do Tag Caulifa and Kale. I didn't think we'd get another tag character so soon, regardless, but getting them and then it's not fusing into Kefla, I feel like that'd be pretty weird. But it seems like that's what we have here. But this is, a Rising Dragon sort of carnival, so this is a carnival LR now instead of a Yellow Coin LR. We'll see if they maybe switch things more later in the year. We're gonna have to find out. By the way, real quick, I'm not too sure. To me, what they explained by the sort of schedule in the video was that Global is going to have its anniversary celebrated on a celebration like on par with Anniversary. I we'll have to see though. I feel like them doing 2 anniversaries in a year is I'm not sure, because the reason I'm also kind of skeptical about that is it doesn't seem like many other people interpreted it this way. But I mean, if you look at the graphic that they shared and what they said in the sort of video, it sounded like Tanabata was being moved to September, or at least they said a celebration on the sort of normal scale of the Tanabata celebration. But on the bottom of the graphic, it still said the sort of like worldwide celebration. That we have. It starts in late August. It said, I mean, they had a spot still. They didn't say it was going away. It seemed like most people interpreted it that was swapping to like July, and instead of being late August, and then in return Tanabata was just going to September. It sounds like how people interpreted it, but to me it sounded like we're just getting a whole new major celebration. Which I don't know. That could, considering they also did 6 LRs already, I don't know. But I suppose we'll have to wait and see. This is definitely going to be an interesting year as the first fully synced year. But all that aside, I'm really excited to see what we got here. I need good Super Boss characters, so I'll see what we got. Okay. Universe 6. Am I being punked right now? What? Universe 6? Universe 6 category key for HP attack defense 220. Am I being punked? Like, no, hold on. There's no way. There's no way. Categories. No, I'm pulling this up real quick. Surely I'm missing something, right? We have the new hit. He's good. She's still pretty good. I think Vados probably could still be pretty decent. I mean, he pretty much sucks. She sucks. At this point, I mean, she'd need an easy A. Their easy A was horrible. Like, what? I mean, these guys, these two are going to easy A, so we'll see what that's like. But there's not Universe 6, so you have the new leader. Tag Caulifa Kefla, so that's 3. 4 with hit. Who are your last 2 characters? I mean, Vados. Are we gonna get like a bunch more Universe 6 buffs? Like, am I crazy? Okay. Well, we'll have to see what that looks like. Maybe they're gonna be like mega supports for Universe 6, and that makes it like good. But I don't know. That does not sound too good to me. Okay. Let's see. Basic effects. Key 6. Attack and defense 200%. Launch additional attack has a great chance of becoming a super attack. When receiving an attack for the first time within the turn, evades enemy attack. So the first hit targeting Caulifa it's going to be guaranteed dodge, as long as obviously there's not dodge canceling. Before receiving an attack within the turn, damage reduction rate 20%. So for the second attack, you have 20% damage reduction. After evading an attack and defense 120% up, launch an additional super attack and damage reduction rate 40% up for 6 turns. Okay, so then you have 60% for the second attack then that hits you. For every attack performed, key 2 up to 6. Attack and defense 40% up to 120%. 23 key spheres obtained. Oh, wait, what? No. 23 key spheres? I was like, I thought 23 key. No, 23 key spheres. You have to get the full field of orbs. Because there's 23 max orbs in the orb field. That. I don't know about that. Evades enemy attack. Starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Oh, that's pretty late. Meets up with Super Saiyan 2 Kefla and can perform reversible exchange. Once only, changes key spheres all to physical. Okay. So it's gonna be a swap character, but they want you to stay in Caulifa for the first. I mean, if you let's say you get her on, it says 6th turn from the start of battle, not start of turn. So what that means is if you get her in the first rotation, so turn 1, you get her next. If you don't rotate her, you get her next turn 3, and then you get her next turn 5. You would not be able to do it. However, so in that scenario, you wouldn't be able to use her on the 3rd rotation. But if she starts in the 2nd rotation, then she's in, turn 2, turn 4, turn 6. So I suppose if you get her on turn 1, you could float her. She'd come back turn 4, and then, the next turn she'd be able to have this. They essentially don't want you going into Kale until turn 8, though. Because if she's changing all the key spheres, this is once only, you're going to lose that guaranteed dodge. Interesting. Okay, Caulifa seems pretty good, though. Pretty basic. What are the SA effects? Oh, wow, okay. Does this? Yes, it does. Okay, firstly, we have raise attack and defense 1 turn, colossal damage enemy, raise chance of evading enemy attack, including super attack, and chance of remaining critical hit by 6% for 1 turn. Okay. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Mega colossal damage enemy, and raise chance of evading enemy attack by 26% for 3 turns. Oh, wait, what the fuck? So... Oh, wow, that's interesting. What? Wow, okay. So... She has the sort of guaranteed dodges, but she doesn't have any chance, like, just straight up chances besides the guaranteeds to dodge. But if you have, the SA effect, then okay. How much dodge can you get then? Because you can have, on your first rotation, 26%, and then it was 6% per, so another 12, 18% if you get a hidden potential. So you get up to what, 44%? On normally, but if you have her on like the first turn and then you're now on the third turn, she's still on rotation. She has the 3-turn stack for that. Turn she'd have 70% chance to dodge. Interesting. Well, she could have 70% chance to dodge, I guess I should say. Okay, she looks good, but she's definitely pretty unique. Which Dokkan is funny in the sense that usually unique characters can have trouble actually being good, but I suppose we'll see. I like her so far. All right, what do we? Wait, hold on. I didn't actually check the active. Can be activated starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. Once only, be it before or after reversible exchange. Ultimate damage enemy universe 6 category allies key 1 and attack and defense 16% in battle. Okay, and that's an active skill phase. I mean, it sucks to be limited to universe 6. There has to be more coming to the cat. There's no way. What else could be coming though? Is the thing. Do we think they're planning like? Is Tanabata gonna be like a blue Goku revive into base UI with Kefla Carnival? Like, I don't know what else we could expect for Universe 6 buffs. Unless they're gonna go really far ahead in Super EZA Kale and Caulifa or Tech Hit, I don't know what else could be really expected for the category other than Kale and Caulifa EZA. So I don't. I mean, that's a powerful effect, but I don't know. Okay, what do we got here, Kefla? Or, excuse me, Kale. Can perform reversible exchange with Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Or, I don't know why I keep saying Kefla. Kaulifa. Listen, I know they have a lot of solo screen time, but I'm just used to referring to them as Kefla. Just, that's the big thing for them. I mean, they kind of sparred with Goku for a while, but the big moment they had was Kefla, so. Attack and defense 200% up. Guards all attacks. When attacking for the first time within the turn, performs a critical hit. So your first attack is a guaranteed crit. When attacking with 12 or more ki, attack 100% up. When attacking with the active skill, or when attacking with 24 ki, 200% attack. When receiving an attack, defense 66% for defense 66% for every ki. That's interesting. So if you have full ki, then okay. That seems like it could be pretty busted. Obviously I'm gonna do the calcs here at the end, so I'm very, very curious to see what that's gonna be looking like. Wow. Okay. Also, 6 or more key spheres obtained. Launch 2 additional super attacks. 23 key spheres obtained. Launch 2 additional super attacks. So essentially, it seems then. So the turn that Kefla or Caulifa Kale, whatever. Kefla. This should have been Kefla. All right. Caulifa Kale. The turn that they can exchange, you either get the chance to choose between guaranteed dodge or guaranteed 2 additional super attacks. Interesting. I mean, that sounds pretty strong. I mean, because you got 2 here, so you have your guaranteed one. You can have 5 more, and then hit potential 6. Like, what do we got in? Oh, okay, that was. I see. What do we got for SA effects here? Greatly raised attack for 1 turn. Colossal damage enemy. Raised chance of performing critical hit. Chance of hitting enemy attack by 6% for 1 turn. And then we have massively raise attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemy, and raise the chance of performing a critical hit by 26% for 3 turns. So she still gets the crit that Caulifa got. However, so Caulifa got the normal raise attack and defense on 12 key, and then greatly raise attack and defense for on 18 key. And then the 18 key also had she had dodge and crit. Right? No, she didn't. Oh, okay, I misread it before. Well, I'm glad I caught that now. Okay, so they both have the 6% on 12 key for dodge and crit. But Caulifa only has the dodge on 18 key, and Kale only has the crit on 18 key. Interesting. Okay, so, and then she's greatly raising attack, massively raising attack. And what is her active? What do we got here? Can be activated upon entering the attacking turn once only, be it before or after reversible exchange, ultimate damage to enemy. Key 6, 40% attack in battle. Wow, okay. That looks really strong. The issue with it is, as good as Kale seems, like, am I crazy to say that, like, if you're running the leader skill, you'd just run Caulifa, wouldn't you? Because, you know, the support and Universe 6 is in a strong category, you might probably need it. I'd have to imagine. Interesting. I suppose Kale's active could be pretty good to use if you're not on like the Universe 6 team. They both seem really good. I'm not really too sure what I think of them just yet, because they both are actually pretty uniquely designed, which is good. You know, I do like seeing more interesting stuff instead of just stat guard damage reduction. The way they go about getting their abilities is pretty unique to them, so they do look like they could be pretty fun. But I don't know. I kind of like they're gonna be a super boss buff, so I kind of do want them, but I'm not too sure what I think just yet. I'm definitely gonna have to do the calcs to know exactly what we got here. I'm still like I also don't want to let the sort of bias of this should have been Kefla conflict with how good the character is, because I am massively disappointed this is not Kefla. I mean, this is kind of, this moment literally already has an LR. And I know that it's a yellow coin LR, but like this moment has an LR in game right now, right? So it's like, what are we doing here? You know, it doesn't make too much sense to me, at least. But I suppose we can cut away here. I'm actually really curious to look at these animations. I haven't done that just yet. I think they're both looking pretty good, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to see the numbers, because, like, I mean, this seems like it'd be busted as hell, but, like, it's the fact that they were willing to give it to a character that makes me question if it actually is. Is that that defense is low, isn't it? Am I crazy? Maybe that's what balances them. So do they have like a low defense stat? And then the HP might be a little high, I think. Surely that's a low defense stat, right? I'm not crazy there. It's usually a bit higher than 7,850. Okay, I mean, physical types get 4,600 defense on Rainbow, by the way. So if you have them 55%, you'll have 9,850 defense. That does seem like it could be a bit low. Okay. We will see though. I like I said, I'm gonna cut away. I'm gonna get to doing the calcs here. They do not seem like the most complex to calc here, so it shouldn't be too hard, but or too long, I suppose. So we'll be right back. I'm curious though. I think they're good, but I don't know. I definitely have the why is this not Kefla blinders on too, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But also, like, I need a super boss character either way, so I might be really tempted to summon. We'll have to see what the carnival banner looks like. Maybe this is where they're... Ooh. Is this where they're going to start returning the Christmas carnival lore? Because if it's a rising dragon, which is the double rates banner, you know, that's what the Christmas one is too. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to see. But I'm going to cut away. We'll be back. Alright, so we are back. Did actually get taken away from us for a little bit. This is getting out much later than I anticipated it would. Sorry about that. But here we are. Now, Caulifa actually... I think she's... Maybe I'm just not seeing something. But I think she's actually a bit worse than I would have anticipated. I mean, her first turn, she does, you know, have the MUI started, just guaranteed dodge. If you get 23 key spheres, which is pretty much only happening here, you do get more guaranteed dodge. You can get up to 70% technically, but it's more like at the start of a turn, like 52%. Well, I suppose this is within the first time within the turn, but any attacks before she attacks, she's going to have 52%, starting from her second rotation, because she does stack the dodge for 3 turns. They have interesting designs. I feel like she maybe needs a bit more stats. I don't know. I think she's going to be perfectly fine versus like all normals. I mean, she has 60% damage reduction, but you know, when you don't have guard, that can cause some issues. I do think. So I feel like maybe she needed a bit more stats. I'm not sure. I mean, she does have the guaranteed dodge, right? So that's pretty good. But like I don't know. I definitely I'd want to see like what both of them are hitting for. Now with that being said, Kale on the other hand is actually a lot better than I thought she'd be. I mean, this is a crazy number, but it's the fact that it was such a crazy number that I was like, maybe I'm just not thinking about how this is going to perform in action. Now, of course, you do need 24 key for this scenario. I mean, I have it right there, but I don't think that's really going to be that much of a hurdle. I suppose you could say that she isn't really, you know, getting key anywhere in her passive. But you got to think, if you're running their lead, you know, that's 8 key already. You know, you're running some of these links, you know, prepared for battle. I think like Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power. I think they all have key. I could be wrong though, but I know at least a couple of those there have key, as well as, you know, just the ability like set up some orbs, right? I do the actives, right? The actives give key. This gives 6 key, and Caulifa's gives 1 key. So I mean that's definitely not as strong, but I don't think it's going to be too hard consistently getting Kale to 24 key. I suppose maybe it's not like going to be a guaranteed thing, to be fair. But you really shouldn't have any issue being at least 18, like 20 range. Like talking about below that, like I feel like it'd be hard to be like below that sort of threshold. So, I mean, you wouldn't be losing that much defense relatively, even if you're not 24 key. And you gotta think, she has guard with 5.2 mil in our best case scenario. I mean, this is Rainbow, but still, she looks really good. She actually, I was anticipating I'd like Caulifa more. But seeing like just the numbers here, I actually think I like Kale more. Especially because, I mean, it's for, first turn only, but, this sort of gimmick seems like it could be pretty fun. So I am really excited to see that. And by the way, I do think this is probably the correct way to play this character. Quote unquote correct way, I suppose I should say. I mean, the Caulifa active on Kale is literal, like, that's just an insane combo. So I do think that's pretty nice. That's funny. That's probably hit. He probably has the Scouter for full Universe 6. I thought it was just meant as like a fucking stupid thing, but no, it's because of this. Because they lead. I don't get why that. I wouldn't have an issue with them leading Universe 6 if ding 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 anything standing out here. There's one LR, and that's because Hit and God Goku are just like a duo moment. They're not a tag moment, and the duo moments have only the categories those cards share together. So they're literally on like tournament participants, Universe Rival Saga, and like accelerated battle and joined forces. There might be like there's like a couple other categories I'm probably missing, but essentially, they're not on like Pure Saiyans or Universe 6 or Rapid Growth. Like they are very, very limited because of the fact that they're just that's how Dokkan operated with those sort of cards. So it does operate with those sort of cards. So they're not on here. If they were on here, I feel like I'd be like, okay, well, we're looking pretty good. But the next best thing I can think about is they EZA these characters that they awakened back in July for JP and November for Global, I believe. If they EZA these characters, I mean, this hit has a really good baseline. I don't know if he was necessarily strong enough. Well, he was strong enough at the time, but what I mean is if he's strong enough right now to be like a viable option. But if he got an EZA, that would help. So I don't know. I mean, they definitely can do stuff here. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am doubtful about how strong the Universe 6 team will be. But I suppose we'll see. Maybe they'll even like go out of their way to give us like a new free to play character, something like that, right? It can definitely happen. But there we go. That should just about wrap it up here. I mean, this part didn't need to be too long, relatively speaking, at least. So we're on this here. Once again, Kale, she looks really strong to me. I mean, they both do, but I think I like Caulifa worse than I thought I was going to. Is all I was trying to say earlier. I think I might want to summon. I don't really. We do have, now that we know the global anniversary, and I don't know if like worldwide's still going to be a thing. To me it sounded like it was going to be a thing, but it doesn't seem like most other people interpreted it that way. So maybe I've looked back at it and I still interpret it the same way. I don't think I just like misheard in the moment. So I suppose we'll see. This year is definitely going to be a little weird because of the sync, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty good, at least to me. So I don't know. I think I have enough of a window to summon a little bit on these. The Tag Caulifa. I wouldn't go all out, but I do think like, I could throw a solid couple rotations at the very least. I don't really get to summon on double rate banners, so would be nice to maybe pull one. Pretty good character. I suppose we shall see, though. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.